Going out of business, huh?
Yeah.
Get some video before they close.
Hello. What you need today, sir?
Just thought I'd get some video before the place closes.
All right, go right through what you like.
Where's Scott at?
God, he's a good-looking guy right there.
Can you make the train go around one time for me? For my video? Get your... Thanks. Appreciate it. So what are you going to do?
I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah? Going to be looking for...
Usually line up about 11, so I'll probably get for about 10:30.
Okay, this is Martin Drummond for Democratic Party Headquarters News. Just want to make it clear that, you know, conservatives, if they want me to stop saying that I think they deserve to die, I'm not saying I want to kill them. I mean, yeah, there's that aspect of my psychology which is basic, I think, to everybody. I think everybody, when they get angry, they think about killing people and blowing people up and stuff, and I'm no different, you know. I just am like everybody else. But as far as the thought process goes, the reason that I'm so angry is because of all the thousands of things that I think they're guilty of. So, you know, like in this case, I'm doing a video about a guy that Walmart put out of business. How many of those people end up committing suicide? Because they were in search of the American dream and instead they got the American nightmare. You know, cops killing innocent people, cops, there's the guy who was swatted, white guy. Here's the cops outside, comes out, puts his hands up, and then thinks, well, I haven't done anything, and starts to put his hands down, gets shot right in the head by some stupid ass cop. Why aren't the cops better trained that they would, you know, why aren't they trained not to shoot people in the head for no reason? So, yeah, when I think about those things, I get angry and I think I want to kill the guy who, you know, shot the guy in the head, or the guys who can't control our economic system enough so that Americans can have a decent life, so that they don't kill themselves, or they don't end up in situations where it's so dangerous they end up dead. So just want you to understand, man, that when I talk about killing people and blowing people up, I'm just expressing my anger over what I consider to be criminal activity. You know, just because it's the establishment, just because it's rich people, the ruling class, doesn't mean that it's not just as much of a crime as somebody who walks into a store like this and demands money and then shoots the person behind the counter. You know, at least in their case, I can understand they're pigs in a horrible pig pen situation and they are desperate and they, you know, at least they have some kind of stupid excuse. But the establishment kills people all day long, murders people. Now, they do everything they can to try and say they're not doing that. But you know what? I'm not buying it. When I was taken to court and I said, look, I'm not guilty of what you said and here's why. And I explained why, just like I'm explaining right now. You know, they don't care. All they want is to see their enemies put in jail. You know, they know I'm no threat to anybody. I'm not going to hurt anybody. But I'm not going to stop expressing my feelings. I'm not going to stop expressing my feelings about them and what they're doing to my fellow citizens. I'm sorry, you don't like it? Too bad. I have a right to, you know, my thoughts are based on reality. My thoughts are based on what you are doing to my friends, which all American citizens are my friends.
I'll put that up on YouTube and tell everybody
But
he's
you're
feeling sorry for himself.
you're killing, you're murdering someone. I'm not going to say killing, because killing isn't murder, but you're murdering
How long
people.
was this place open? How long was this place open? 70 years. 70. I'll put that up on YouTube and tell everybody he's feeling sorry for himself.
Yeah.
That's the guy right there. He's feeling sorry for himself. Scott, how long was this place open? How long was this place open?
At least 70 years.
70 years.
Now places like
Wait, took
this,
their time doing that one, huh? Goes all the way into the next.
this is Russell, Kentucky, just north of Ashland. They're not as bad off as a lot of the rest of the country that's suffering under this conservative establishment, this ruling class. And you'd have to really get into studying, well, as I do, how it leads to murder. You know, once you know that your activities are causing people to commit suicide, or causing the police to shoot people and kill them, or causing people to die because they can't get their medication, or you know, we could even just talk about how turmoil and desperation amongst our people is caused by an economic oppression of the people, or you know, maybe in some cases it's not even on purpose. Maybe it's just bad management, you know. And a lot of times it's just not caring. You know, rich people just don't care. A few of them, that doesn't change the fact that most of them don't. Or a lot of them don't, I don't know. You'd have to add, you know. And by the way, we have no access to information. Either nobody's studying it, or the studies that are being done aren't easily accessible. You would have to really, really look for it, you know. And who's going to do that except for people like me who are retired and have now made what was their life's work on the side their main focus. And even we're hard pressed to find it, because it's purposely that way. That's the way it is. Alright, so look, you know, I mean, I'm not out to kill anybody. Even though you make me feel that way, I have a mechanism, part of my psyche, that precludes that. I mean, it would, I'd have to be hard pressed, really hard pressed. a lot harder pressed than I am now. Look at me, I'm not even willing to get revenge for them sending me to jail just for saying what I just said. You know, that they make me feel like killing them. Yeah. It's the way you make me feel, guys. You know what? Instead of looking at what I'm saying, describing how you make me feel, your focus should be on what are you doing that's making me, and by the way, millions of other people, feel that way. Shouldn't that be what the point of interest is in all this? But no. All they care about is justifying themselves and their system and figuring out a way to frame it in their mind so that they can sleep at night. So if they can say, well, what you're talking about is bullshit, and all you're doing is threatening me and trying to scare me, then they can go to bed at night thinking they're the good guys, we're the bad guys, ignore everything that they're doing that is frankly illegal, or should be, right? And concentrate on the complainers, shutting them up, putting them in jail. That's wicked, isn't it? Isn't that wicked? Wicked thing to do? I think it is.